Other interesting cultural news, you have a school history classroom with every pride flag but no United States flag, which I guess we're not too surprised about what schools are going on with these days. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Libs of TikTok on the good old X Twitter, in which she says, quote, "Parents, you must visit your kids' classrooms to find out what's going on there. You may be shocked by what you see. They aren't simply putting up political flags representing their new religion, they're also removing American flags." And this is a response to a picture compilation or a post that says, quote, "My son's classroom is world history and social studies, no American flag at all, but a ton of BS." Well, BS and BLM. So one of the flags is a giant flag with the rudimentary design that just says BLM, which is just type on a black flag. But you have the BLM flag. You also have the, what is this? The progress flag, but it's not been updated with a circle. Again, whoever's making or manufacturing flags these days is making a killing. If that's a stock, if that's a publicly traded company, again, not financial advice, but geez Louise, their sales are going to the moon as there's a new design every day. I mean, can't but wonder how much money they're making. They also, again, this is a new flag. I didn't even know about this one. So you had those two, and then in the back, there's the traditional. So they have the traditional pride flag, which is just the straight colored lines, the rainbow one. But then on that same flag, you also have the BLM fist, the outline of the fist, in the circle with black background. Yeah, I don't know what the skew is in terms of if you're trying to buy these flags online, how they describe them. That's gotta be a tall order to memorize all those SKUs of products. That's a lot to say the least. And yeah, probably one of the best things to come from the pandemic was parents realizing, oh dear God, they're teaching what to my kids, because they had Zoom meetings, and now that it's going back to face to face, and you don't know what they're teaching the kids. Even more horrifying when some teachers' unions say they don't want to give up the curriculum to the parents. That's the question: what are they hiding? Again, you work for the parents. You work for the taxpayers. I think they forget that. But yeah, yet another reason to be very actively involved if your child is going to a school. Now, again, in this specific or specific instance, they're not clarifying if it's a public school or a private school. Again, we've seen some shenanigans in private schools as well. I'm just saying, on average, there's probably a higher. If I were a gambling man, I'm not, but if I were to roll the dice, I would guess this is a public school. It does have those iconic public schools chairs where you got the metal legs and the plastic scoop, which, I mean, talk about saving money on manufacturing. I don't think they've changed the design or materials of those chairs in like 70 years. Good business model. Now, in terms of statistics, it's got 250,000 views as well as 5.1 thousand likes. One of the first comments comes from Libercat Media TM. Says, quote, "Literally this is a cartoon," and it has the pictures of, well, this cartoon has the trans flag, the BLM flag, the updated progress trans flag. It has the BLM fist. It has the adult toys. It has, what is it? It's a combination of the male symbol and the female female logo, then another arrow. Then it has the teacher, which is a biological man in short blue hair and a dress and heels. And it's pointing to the kid to go outside, and the kid has the flag with the Gadsden, or is a backpack with the Gadsden flag on it. And all the green check marks are above all the pride stuff. Yep, and that got 113 likes because, yeah, that really happened in the real world. Now, the teachers didn't look like that, but there's an instance where a boy had a backpack with the Gadsden flag and they kicked him out of school because of that symbol. Yet they allowed those symbols to stay inside school. Again, shows what their agenda really is. That got 113 likes. Libercat Media Team also says, keep telling your kids. And it says no one has to go along with this weird shit. And along with every one of those words is a different flag of pride with, there's so many, I don't know what they all mean. Okay, 92 likes, though. Also, Zupa says, this is patently illegal. The child abuse needs to be treated as prosecuted as such. Enough already, getting 61 likes. Oh yeah, never forget there's a 32-year low for ACT test scores in the United States for kids. 32-year low, and yet teachers' unions say, we deserve more money. Some teachers, yes. All of them? I don't know about that. You have, oh, is this on statistics? Ah, here we go. I love statistics. This comes from Craig Chamberlain, who says, quote, says, how are the kids doing on education with the Biden-Harris in charge in America? They scored record low levels for math and reading science. And money for nothing, this little infographic says, quote, Even as Democrats have spent more and more on public education, test scores have dropped in recent years, yet Kamala Harris and other liberal leaders oppose school choice and will give parents more options, the competition to spur better education alternatives. Ironically, they say they like choice. They say spending has skyrocketed. So they used to spend $7,576 in 1970, and in 2020, 2021, it's $19,999. Granted, this also inflation. Granted, the government left and right caused that. Now that's an increase of 164%. They say, but the education hasn't improved. Meanwhile, the average scores for reading, mathematics, and the National Assessment of Education Process test are roughly the same as they were 50 years ago, and have dropped in recent decades. And you can see a nice graph where, yeah, after 2012, they dropped like a rock. Yeah. But they deserve raises, we're told. Do they? I don't think so. Now that got 202 likes. Here. Also have, this is old, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Vincent at the PSP podcast says, dude, this whole war on the USA and our social norms is ridiculous. Then they call us Nazis when we push back against it. Sorry, but not. Wanting our kids exposed to this degeneracy that is wokeness isn't fascism. It's wanting to keep your kids healthy and a part of a culture we have here. Got 36 likes. See here. I Love American News says, Trump says he promises to keep woke programs out of schools.
To do it. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the lives of our children. I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate. I will keep men out of women's sports day one.
Gonna get a lot of those votes in the middle. Getting 66 likes for that. Let's see. Jim Hansen says schools are not supposed to be political indoctrination centers. We must end public school monopoly. The money should follow the child wherever the parents want them to go. Getting 59 likes. Red Wave Press says the only flag hanging in schools should be the American flag, getting 95 likes. 110% agree. The Trump.ai says public school is a joke, getting 26 likes. Here. Any contrarian statements here? Because again, there are some people who do want all those flags in the schools, and they don't want. There are some people who hate the American flag. Is kind of telling of the cultural decay and the political changes in the United States, where if you see an American flag, you kind of know who they're voting for, which is, again, I mean, 20, 30 years ago, everyone loved the American flag. That was a symbol of hope. And it kind of united all of us with all of our morals and values. And now now you have some people saying it doesn't represent them at all. So, not too surprising, yet, what is this reason? 10,958,475,313 reason to homeschool your kids. So, not surprised. And again, let me know, have you seen this on your local level? Is this something that most parents are pushing back, or are they afraid to bring this up during those PTA meetings? Let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.